What's up, everybody? Welcome to Thursday here on How We Roll. It is Star Wars, the role-playing game this evening. I am your Game Master Gorbat. Joining us up there in the stars. Starting out, we have the Snuggler.
What's up, everyone? I am the Snuggler. Spook, I see you laugh every time I start talking because I look for it now and it screws me up. Everything as soon as I'm talking, like, a dumb idiot. I know that's what you're thinking. I'm the Snuggler. I play Kreese, the Rhodian bounty hunter who is trying to prove that not all of us are as bad as Greedo. We don't just get shot in a cantina when we have the upper hand. That's my mission at this moment. That's my overarching goal. I guess I'm helping out these friends that I'm with right now, and we'll see how far that goes. I'm thinking about bailing, to be honest.
Also with us, we have Dragon Spooker.
Hey guys, I am the Dragon Spooker. I can't hear myself through my headset, so I hope I'm not muted.
No, you're fine.
Okay. I am the Dragon Spooker, and I play... I gotta select the lot. I play Lorne, and I can't find my normal glasses, so I'm sorry about the giant glare right now.
Do those chickens have large talons? All right. Also joining us is Shagget.
Hey guys, I play Jalad Trod, the Duros pilot guy. Very upbeat, friendly. Yeah, that's who I am. What's up?
And last but not least is Nat.
Hey guys, it's me, Nat, and I play Harper, who is the 11-year-old kid who just tags along for the fun and rebellion part of this.
There you go. So there we are. Alrighty. So, yeah, Star Wars. So far, our heroes, if you want to call them that, they were originally all imprisoned in an Imperial holding facility on a small podunk planet. When some rebels showed up to break out other rebels, and in doing so brought down the security grid, which allowed our heroes a chance to escape. After a brief skirmish with some security personnel and a particular Imperial Stormtrooper sergeant called Marbarez, they managed to escape. They were told that if they could make it through either the swamps to a particular clearing or into the mountains, that a transport was scheduled to come and pick up anybody that made it that far. Our heroes managed to make it to the transport. They got taken to the local starport, where they managed to secure passage off of this planet. However, not before Marbarez showed up in hot pursuit. There was yet again another pretty hectic and nasty gunfight. But our heroes managed to escape, breathing a sigh of relief. However, last thing that happened is as they cruised away from the planet and was about to consider making a jump to light speed, they heard a horrible twin ion sounding engine and an all-familiar TIE Fighter pew-pew sound go across their bow as they realized an Imperial TIE Fighter had been sent after them. And that's where we will start things off this evening. So there we go. Yeah, that's the stuff. It's been actually a few weeks since we played Star Wars, so we missed a week, and then last Thursday we played D&D catch-up because we missed a few of those, so yes. We're here tonight. So there we go. Personal note, thank you for all of the DMs via Twitter and stuff that you guys have sent to wish hope my daughter feels better. If you don't know, my 15-year-old was diagnosed with COVID-19, and we know for a fact it was last Tuesday that she got infected. She was tested Friday, confirmed positive Monday. So because she lives here with me and her are quarantined at least until next Friday. She has still not shown any symptoms, so that's a huge sign. I tested negative. I hope that I'm still negative whenever she goes to get retested. Otherwise, I start because your quarantine period starts from when you're confirmed positive, not from when you think you might have got it. So yeah, very real wake-up call to this whole COVID epidemic here in my household. But, you know, keep a positive spin, keep doing what you can do, and thus far, hopefully, everything is going so far. So far so good. So we will see. And yeah, I appreciate it, guys. As I said, a lot of you sent me messages privately. I tried to reply to each and every one of them, but in case I miss any of you and you're here right now, kudos and thanks for that. Alrighty. Well, I think we're ready, huh? Because we don't have a fancy intro yet still. So, let's go ahead and pull some things off here. Let's get this show on the road. Alright. Okay, let me see. This sounds appropriate.
This is more for the trench run, but that's...
Hey, it's listed as the Star Wars combat theme, okay?
Sure, I'm sure it is. I'm just... The asteroid theme may be more applicable at this moment, but again, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Forget I'm here. It's fine.
Yeah, this is for you. I want this to go up your left nostril.
Oh no,
right.
Han killed you too.
Okay,
No!
So this is you guys' first instigation of Starship combat. So who was doing what on board this ship? Remind me.
Were we doing anything?
Well, we tossed Harper out of the airlock as a distraction, hopefully.
Well, if you remember, the only crew member that made it here alive was the captain.
Yeah, she.
So the gunner and the engineer
she's
both
hurt though, right?
never made it.
Yeah.
She is hurt, and she kicked me out of the pilot seat, so I was looming over her, kind of.
Didn't
like,
we find a medic pack or something to use on her?
Don't think you did. I think you used them all.
Well, she was stable though, wasn't she? Like she's
She
stable.
was considered injured. In other words, she was
Maybe I dreamed that.
not
Hey, Shaggy,
dying,
she ain't flying
but
that plane,
she's
dude.
still suffering. You know, all of her dice codes are down by 1, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second I notice this, I'm gonna boot her. Take over.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
would-
looming. Yeah.
Okay.
I would-
Well, as soon as she hears the TIE fighter, she grabs hold of the console and shifts it violently to the left to take evasive action. But she does indeed wince in pain as she does so.
injured.
So it's clear that she is not going to be the best choice to at least get you through this particular scenario. So you want to,
I'm
Jaled, you're going to jump in the pilot seat?
Well, I'm gonna wince with her. Kind of feel like, no offense, but you're hurt, and I can fly better. I know I can. Please.
She will slide out of the seat and into the co-pilot chair.
Yeah, then I will.
And she just
slide
looks
back.
at you and she says, "You better not break my ship."
All right, that's what I do. I slide in.
Okay, what's everybody else going to do?
Kreese is I'm gonna whip around and take about 2 steps down the hallway and stop and whip back around and say, "Which way to the guns?" to the pilot.
Okay, she just kind of points up. There's like a little ladder that goes up into a tube that will basically take you up to a little gun turret.
Up I go.
Okay, so you're going to the gun turret. What about the rest of you? Or the other 2 of you?
Harper's gonna look at Jaled and be like, where should I go?
Wherever there's damage, just go there. You'll know if it happens.
Okay.
When you see sparks and flames, go to those.
Start somewhere until then.
All right, and Lorne, what's your
I am gonna sink to the floor because I don't really like flying in space, and I'm feeling kind of nauseous right now.
Right, yeah, this is not really your forte, is it? Okay.
Oh no, I like having my feet on the ground.
All right, so here's how it works. It's a little different than shooty melee combat. So it still follows the same thing, goes in rounds, goes in segments. The first thing that happens is speed and pursuit. So you have to, pilots get to declare their actions first. So you can declare a couple of things. You can declare whether you are going to try to close the distance, maintain the distance, or extend the distance. You can also declare if you want to take evasive action. So how that works is the same as a typical thing. Consider your speed of pursuit, you have your movement, and if you want to dodge, you can also choose to dodge.
Okay, so
it really just, what it comes down to is, do you want to try to outrun the TIE fighter, or do you want to get in close so that your guns are going to be more effective? It's really up to you.
So it is just a TIE fighter, right?
That you're aware of, yes.
Okay.
There is only one blip on the radar. Let's put it that way.
Okay, so I was going to ask that. Because, I mean, obviously I want to outrun it, but I also want to evade it. But I also want, Kreese to blow it out of the sky so we don't have to outrun it, right? So at this point, I'm going to take evasive action, but maintain distance.
Okay, so
I
you're
don't
trying
want him to go out of range.
So maintain or extend?
No, I'm maintaining distance and taking evasive action.
Okay, all right. So the TIE fighter is going to try to close distance. So here's how that works. So the Atreyu, which is what you have, has sublight of 2D. So you're going to roll your piloting skill plus 2D. And that is going to be your proverbial roll. And the TIE fighter will do pilot plus its sublight in an attempt to close the distance. If you succeed, you maintain distance. It doesn't get any closer. You don't get any further away. But if it succeeds, it gets a little closer.
TIE fighters are fast.
Yeah, you're messing with the Duros, buddy. My piloting skill is off the chart. Now watch me roll all ones.
Well, hopefully your piloting skill can make up for your 2D
Holy
sublight.
shit!
32, nice.
That's with the 2D added. That's with the 2D added.
All right, so our TIE fighter. So a TIE fighter has 5D sublight. So it beats the maneuverability beats you by 3D. And the pilot has 4D, so it's 9D.
Oh no.
Okay. I see you.
But yours is 8D6 plus 2, so it's pretty damn comparable.
Yeah, it is.
And you did roll well. Okay, here we go.
Got the upper hand by like 1 point.
26. Okay.
Yeah! Never tell me the odds.
Okay, so basically, oh no, you were going to maintain, weren't you? Not extend.
Yes.
Okay, so you were able to maintain distance. All right.
Nice, Dragon.
Gunnery. So
yeah,
each ship has fire control, which is like gunnery computers. Yours has 2D. So you're going to use your gunnery skill.
Okay.
And you can add 2D. Currently, the TIE fighter is considered long range, so you're going to lose those 2D due to range.
Okay, so I'll just keep it at 4. Okay.
So you're going to be rolling 4D.
Yep. 4D plus 1
in your
is my
attempt to
starship
shoot
gunnery.
this. Yep.
Oh boy, guys.
Ooh. Okay, yeah. All right, so you're going to take pot shots at this thing with your cannon.
Just let him know I'm there. Just warm it up. Warm up the old trigger fingers, you know?
All right.
I'm more trying to. Okay, is there an intimidation roll I could do? Because I'm trying to more scare him away, you know.
All right. So he's got his maneuverability plus his pilot skill for dodge.
Yeah. Could roll all ones. God, guys, that was almost the worst roll I could do.
Yeah.
And that was almost the best roll.
You're not hitting this.
I wasn't hitting that anyways, guys. It doesn't matter. Not with that roll.
All right. Okay. He's gonna shoot back, and he is gonna have 4d6 because again the distance. Stop. Whatever you're doing. Roll 20. All right. Shaggy, you're gonna roll your dodge. So basically, you're going to be doing your maneuverability roll plus your piloting. You have no maneuverability, so it's a straight piloting roll for you.
Okay. Do you want me to roll now, or do you?
Yep, go ahead. Because that gets added to his difficulty.
Okay.
Oh, nice. 21.
Yeah.
21 plus his difficulty of 15. He needs a 36. Yep.
Oh, let's go.
He's still
Shaggy.
rolling well.
He
though.
rolled well,
Yeah, he doesn't
but
like him. You have,
fortunately, with you extending the distance, or keeping the distance, he's unable to close in on you guys. All right, so yeah, you're up there, firing back. He's zooming in. Okay, rinse and repeat. Paladin skill rolls. Yet again, he is going to try to close the distance.
Jesus, we're up against like Imperial Ace Pilot McGee over here.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think, like, at that distance with these rolls, I mean, like, would I know that though? Would
I mean,
let
as
him
it stands
close?
right now, it's going to be very hard for him to hit you and very hard for you to hit him. I mean, but that is because you're both flying like all over the place and you are at long distance. Hence the reason he is trying to close the distance.
Can I yell something from the gunnery seat? Or
Please
Of
do.
course.
because I would have
especially-
put on the little thing.
Yeah,
I would have put
yeah.
on
Oh,
the
and
little
everybody, don't forget, because I know I don't remind you typically, but don't forget some of you do have a certain little force. You have a force point that you can use. Anytime you choose to use a force point at a particularly dramatic moment, you get to double your dice. Remember that.
Oh, okay. I
So
did not
don't
remember
forget that. And you can do that once per session, basically. If it is done, the reminder here is if it is done heroically, you will get it back at the end of the session. If it is done for a bad reason, you may well lose it and get a dark side point instead.
Ooh.
If it is something that is done truly exceptionally heroic, there's always a possibility you may get a bonus. And earn an extra point. So
Okay.
think of it as inspiration, basically.
Yeah. Okay. I think just seeing the laser blast flying everywhere, I would just kind of chime in and just like, "Get us out of here!" as I'm wildly shooting at this thing.
Okay. Yeah. So I would use it to extend.
Okay, so this
distance.
time you want to try to extend your distance. All right.
Yeah, I'm listening to Kreese because he's the one firing, so he has.
So how that
the
works? If you succeed and he fails, you extend the distance by 1. If both of you fail, you stay where you are. If you fail and he succeeds, he gains a distance on you.
Okay, so it's my piloting roll plus 2D, right?
Plus
Again?
2D for your sublight speed. Yeah.
Okay, so it's the. Let's go. Okay, not as good.
Still not
Still
bad
not
though.
terrible. All right, Imperial Pilot Zim.
Oh Jesus Lord.
Oh, okay. Yep, you are managing to extend it by 1. That keeps you still at long range, but many more of those, and he'll be out of range. All right. You're still opting to try to dodge?
Yes.
Okay. So what I neglected to say last time is because if you remember, for every additional action you choose to do, you lose a D.
Right. That's
So
right.
if you choose to dodge, technically you would have not had one of those dice. That's my bad. But we won't worry about it this round.
Well, can we say it was the one that wouldn't have been there, so he still would have
Sure.
Technically,
We'll
it
say
was the first dice.
It was the last dice. It would have still succeeded.
It was
So-
If it was a
Even
3,
if it was the last one, it still would have succeeded.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we're not worried. That's why I said let's not worry about it. But I'll remember.
karma,
next
baby.
time. Okay.
Is that a first point for me? or-
Okay. So you want to take a shot at TIE Fighter Boy?
Yeah, I'm just essentially laying down cover fire for us at this point, just so we
Okay.
can't
So
just
same
zero
thing.
in on us.
It's your gunnery skill plus your 2D of fire control.
But I lose a 2D because I'm farther away, correct?
But you're 2D down because of the distance. Yep.
So just the 4D then. Okay, just a regular straight roll. Okay, a little better.
10. Okay.
It's 3 better than last time.
All right.
But again, that's okay. I'm just trying to keep it so it just can't zero in on us. That's my goal at this point.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. Yeah. You need a 15 to hit it, even without him dodging or anything.
Sure, that's
So-
fine.
All right. Shagget, give us your invasion roll.
Yeah, so this is at a 5D, right? Because it's the second. It's reaction.
Yeah, you'd be
second.
at 5D.
Okay.
Because you got your it's basically you have no maneuverability, so
Okay.
18. Okay. So he would need a 15 plus 18. He will need a 32. Fire controller 2D, so he needs a 32. That's a tall order. Yep. Nope. Once again, the TIE fighter is shooting at you. You're shooting at him. Nobody is managing to hit the target. All right.
Okay.
It's paladin skill again. So, you still trying to extend?
I want to get out of here, so I want to do light speed if that's
Ooh.
possible.
You can choose to try to jump to so you're going to have to make a nav skill roll. You can choose to not evade and use your action to do your nav skill, which means you won't be resisting. So if you fail the nav skill, he will automatically gain at least one distance. But if you want to attempt to do that, you absolutely can.
All right, so that's astrogation, right?
Astrogation. How this works, the difficulty on that is going to be a 20. Because you are not able to basically just sit there and quietly plan your astrogation. You are trying to do it while you're jinking and diving and zooming and ducking, so basically it's considered difficult. But
Right, well,
I don't know how good your astrogation is, so...
I mean, it's not as good as my piloting, but...
But hey, if you succeed, you're out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna try it because I'm feeling all cocky and shit, even though I really shouldn't. Probably will fail this, but hey, I can roll really well.
Yeah.
So let's do that. Ah.
Oh.
17. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
so...
So trying to pilot and do the computer, I'm like, I'm gonna be like, Harper, Lauren, someone, please.
All right, so automatically he gets to reclaim that one lost distance.
Okay.
Same thing. So, Priest, shoot
Yeah.
at him.
Okay. I'm getting a little. Oh, jeez.
Man, you
Like,
are sucking with these dice tonight. Bless your heart.
This is a weird ship. It's not my ship. It's weird.
All right, Shaggy, are you still trying to evade?
Yeah, I'm still trying
Okay,
to
so you're one
evade.
dice down for that because
Yep.
of the...
Yep.
not bad, dude.
So 32 needed again.
So that's 6. I got
Nope.
worried.
Still no... Yeah, you guys are just too damn far away to hit each other right now. Okay. It's up to you. What do you want to do? You want to try to go for the navigation again?
Well,
Or-
I called someone to help me. I'm gonna wait and see if anyone's arriving.
Okay.
I just moan in response.
Harper would have jumped up and run over. Be like, what do
Okay.
you mean? Where should I go?
Computer, coordinates. We can do this. We can get out of here.
I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, she fixes shit. She doesn't navigate.
She doesn't have it. You don't navigate at all. You the blips and the blips and the star systems.
I'm gonna look at it and just like kind of stare at it for a minute.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna take a whole turn and try to gain a dice on this. Still don't think it's gonna work.
All right. So are you going to try to do the navigation?
I'm gonna take a whole round to focus.
Okay, that
and
allows
try to
that
gain
gives
the
you a
dice
plus.
next
Well, that
time,
gives you a
yes.
plus dice. Yep. Okay.
Oh,
It
nice.
still's not gonna be enough on a hard roll, but I'm hoping that because I'm not doing something else.
All
Who
right.
knows?
Shagit.
I'm not. I'm gonna just for the evasion to close. I mean, I know closing the distance. I am not gonna try to do anything special with my piloting.
Okay, so you're going to
Right away.
basically maintain.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That'll bring everything down to medium range. All right. So it's your turn to shoot at him, and it is the DC to hit him without any dodging is a 10 now. So
Okay.
He will, of course, and now he's getting closer. He's going to be using his maneuverability.
Okay.
This is why TIE fighters are hard to shoot down.
Yeah, they're.
You need a 32.
Fuck.
I can't, Jagor. I can't roll that.
Then you're not going to hit the guy.
No, I don't.
But of course,
I don't.
there is a
Wait, but I
force
get-
point that you could always use.
Hold on. Hold on. Do I get the +2 now, or the +2D to whatever it was because he's closer?
Well, you're at medium, so you're only losing one. You're basically only losing the 1D.
So
Yeah.
I get 5.
Yes,
And what do I have to get to hit him?
10.
I'm not hitting. No, I'm not hitting. I need
10 plus is
32.
22, so 32 total.
I'm still not going to hit him. And I'm not wasting a force point on something that's going to be so. I'm just to keep it up with cannon. I'm going to fire at him just to show that I'm still shooting.
I'm still doing stuff.
Yeah, just so he doesn't think like, oh, I've got an easy shot.
Okay.
And I'm going to say he's gaining on us as I'm wildly shooting at him.
Okay.
Gonna react maneuver too.
All right. Give me your dodge roll. Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
31. He needs a 41 to hit. Yeah, that ain't happening. He is not gonna hit you with that. You're flying like a demon. He is not gonna be able to plug you out of the sky with that much dodging. Okay. Where are we at? Okay. So Nat. You gave yourself an additional round, which gives you a bonus dice. And because you have taken time, you can now do so on a 15. You need a 15 to nav out.
Oh no! I didn't realize it was so bad.
9. Okay. All right. Nope. You still haven't managed to lock down those safe coordinates yet. Now, you can jump. But there is a really unpleasant jump mishap table that gets rolled on if you fail if you jump without a nav. So
I'm not doing
that's
that.
your choice.
Oh, Lorne begs you not to.
This is not like
already.
this is not like dusting crops, boy. All right, Shacket, what are you gonna do?
Oh. I'm gonna get up, grab Harper under the armpits, plop her in the piloting seat, and go to the astrogation table. I'm
Okay.
like, you're piloting now.
My piloting is as bad as my astrogation.
Look, I'm just gonna say, just dodge, just.
All right.
You have a pilot in
So
the
that's what you guys are
cockpit.
doing. You're swapping seats this turn. All right.
And
So
I
glad
am
can
going-
see this.
To use the turn to focus on astrogation.
All right.
Because we're getting out of here.
Okay, Matt. That TIE fighter is looking awfully big all of a sudden.
Yeah.
We're at close range now, so there's no deduction on your dice roll. So just go ahead and roll.
Okay. Here we go.
And he's going to roll his dodge, obviously. So let me get that on.
Okay,
That's
the
not
best
bad.
roll I've had
18.
so
What does he
far.
get for dodge?
Oh
he
wait, that
has-
should have been a 66.
Just roll another 2D.
Roll another 2D and add it to it.
I have 60 on there.
Yeah, but you have to click out of this field because it doesn't update until.
Oh,
cursor's
okay.
up,
I
yeah.
see. Okay, so 2 more d6 then.
So add that to it. So
we
18
go.
plus
Okay.
5. Okay, so needs a 28 to hit you.
Hit me or dodge me.
To dodge. Let's see. Oh,
That
so
was my
you're D. So hang on. What am I looking at?
That was my shoe sting roll.
Okay. So you've got a 23. All right. His maneuverability plus 5 is 66. So he needs to beat 23. That's a 17. So 17 plus 5.
22.
You've hit him.
Yes!
You've hit the TIE fighter. All right, awesome. Okay, your damage for that is you have 4D, and it has a hull of only 2D. This is where TIE fighters suck because you guys have a hull of 4D. So you're gonna roll 4D, and he's only got 2D to try to resist it, and he
Okay,
has
here
no
we go.
shields. So
No, they do not. Here we go. Big roll, big roll. Pretty much right
10.
down the middle.
All right. And the TIE Fighter is going to high it. What that basically means in Starship terms is, you know, like how in the movies you see like all of those little blue electrical lines fuzz and go pss, 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 temporarily. So basically, it counts as stunned. So he has no maneuverability for a turn. But what that also means is, if you're trying to extend range, you will automatically succeed. All right. What is Harper doing in the paladin chair?
Harper's gonna try and fly the ship away from the other.
So you want to try to extend the range. Okay, so you're going to make a paladin skill. You should use your paladin skill plus your sublight speed of 2d. So whatever your paladin skill roll is, plus 2d.
It's going to be like
Right.
3D, isn't it?
You put me here, okay?
I did. Oh, hey, that's better than I thought.
All right,
Nice.
you will automatically manage to extend the range because he is effectively stunned for this turn. Okay, so Matt, you get to shoot back, but he cannot dodge for this turn, and he can't shoot back either. So you're at medium, so it's a 10 to hit, but that is
5D.
all you need to hit.
Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, yep. That is a solid blaster cannon delivery.
Okay.
You will do 4D versus his 2D.
Okay, come on, blaster. Okay.
11.
Okay.
All right, the TIE Fighter is considered to be damaged at this point, which is heavily damaged. Roll a d6 for me, my friend. Let's see what system you fucked up.
Sure. Here we go.
3. Okay, that took out his hyperdrive, so if you do manage to go to hyperspace, he can't follow you.
Okay.
As it happens, TIE Fighters don't have hyperdrive.
Yeah, they don't.
capabilities, so it doesn't matter.
So they have to be close to Star Destroyer. Anyways,
Yep. That's no moon.
never seen a TIE Fighter this far.
All right. So it is back to Paladin and Navs. Okay, so Nav. Make your Nav roll. And you have plus D6 for that. You need a 20. No, you need a 15.
I clicked it. There we go. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And
I rolled twice because it was so slow.
all right, you will zoom out into the distance and leave the little TIE Fighter behind you. You managed to escape. All right, good for you guys. Okay.
You probably see Jalad rolling past Lauren. He wasn't sitting down. I don't think. He's standing there.
All right. Yep. The captain is pretty impressed the fact that you not only managed to evade and outrun the TIE Fighter, but you didn't get her ship blown to pieces at the same time. So, way to go!
Woo!
Yay!
So I'm gonna slide down the ladder
Okay.
from my gunnery position and turn towards the cockpit. Do I see what I think I see in front of me here?
Probably.
Have you switched positions
There's
yet?
a small child flying your spaceship. Yes.
Okay. That's what I thought. So I'm gonna my eyebrows are gonna kind of crinkle up and I'm gonna stomp over. What is going on here? I thought you were the pilot. As I point over to Jalad.
Light speed. The kid couldn't do it. But you know, I did.
I'm gonna look back at Lorne, just kind of raise my hands. You didn't stop this.
I'm gonna start to say something and then just probably throw up all over your shoes.
all the diving left, diving right didn't sit well with Lauren. Okay. Yeah, the captain looks at you and she says, there's some space tabs in that overhead console if you need them. You're cleaning that shit up.
I just kind of wave at her, and I stand up and stumble towards where she pointed.
Okay.
Look,
She
Kreese.
kind of like comes staggering back into the cockpit with her hand still kind of pressed against her side. And she goes, do you have any idea where you jumped us to?
I obviously do? Question mark?
Yeah, I mean, you obviously would have probably just jumped one system to us.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
a clear space.
Just a system over.
All right. She kind of looks at you and says, "Well, you may as well stay there." And she kind of points at the piloting chair.
So I'm gonna
And then she slides into the co-pilot seat, and she goes, "Okay, let's have a look and see what it is. Let's see where we're at." And she starts like punching away on the computer.
I'm gonna walk over to the chair where Harper is and be like, good job, do great. No. And I'm gonna kind of shuffle you off as I sit back down.
Okay,
Right.
so she says, "Well, where we were going to, we're probably not going to be able to make it there now, so the only thing I can think of is to take you to Xeris 2.
Sure, yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. She says, "There's a small hidden rebel base there." She says, "Xeris 2 is not much of a planet, but at least I can get you there and dropped off so I can get my ass out of here." And she basically starts to reprogram the nav computer. You come out of, you basically come out of light space to the point that you were situated at, that you programmed in. She reprograms it, and you do a second light jump. She's basically like, she said, the Atreus are good shit, but 2 systems is as far as she can go.
Well, she hit. Go ahead.
That is probably all we will need. Thank you.
All right. Okay. What do you guys want to do? You basically got a couple of days to kill aboard a fairly small cargo freighter with an improvised gun on it.
I'm gonna try to sleep as much as possible.
Okay.
After I clean up the floor, I guess.
Clean up your vomit and sleep. Fair enough.
Kreese is just going to be practicing his gun handling.
Okay.
Holster draws, spins, little flurry of moves, just to make sure he stays sharp in this couple days off here. He doesn't like to rest like
Trying
that.
to do his best.
Staying vigilant.
Doc
Keep
Hollywood
his mind. Yes, exactly.
Doc
With a teacup.
Yeah,
You know?
I love that bit.
Me too.
Okay.
I'm going to follow Kreese around and Jalad around probably, and like watch them and sort of like, I don't know, she's really excited about the fact that she shot something, so she kind of wants a gun, so she'll probably watch you. Like she's gonna perch somewhere and just watch you and try to mimic it without a gun.
Emulate you. Emulate you with a tin coffee cup.
Love it.
Jalad is going to go around the ship and see if there's anything he can just improve, just with the parts around. Probably not ask the captain that he's doing, that ask for permission.
So what are you looking to try to improve?
Let's see if I can make the gun better, the systems better. I mean, I'm not as technically a wizard like Harper is, but
Right.
I know my way around a ship, so.
Yeah, to be able to do that, I mean, making simple repairs is one thing, but to make improvements, you need supplies and all that, and there's just nothing really on
There's
board.
nothing like that
to
on
do
board. Okay. So then I
But
find
the only other thing you could try to do is lick her navs to try to like get to where you're going faster. If you want to like try to reprogram her navigation because you think you can get a better path, that's your choice.
I would overstep like that. I guess then what I would do for my time would be find the spots that I could improve if I had supplies and make a list for her. Just write a list of like things you can do to make the Atreyu a better ship.
Okay.
And just it'll be like, yeah, a long list, I'm sure. That's what I do.
Alrighty. Yep. For example, add shields. Bigger engine.
Shields underlined 3 times.
More guns. Better fire control. Okay. All right. Yeah. So after a couple of days of chilling out, none of you are injured, right?
No.
Okay. After a couple of days in the far distance, you kind of come out as you're approaching a planet. So Xeris 2, it's got like an asteroid belt floating around it. It's got a couple of small moons that are orbiting around it as well. While you can see bodies of water, you don't see much in the way of greenery. It looks like this place is little more than rocks, mountains, and oceans. There's nothing lush. So it's probably not the most habitable place. But there again, that's not a terrible place to hide a secret base. So that would make sense. All right. Okie dokie. So, yep, she continues to move in towards that, and you get closer. Rescaling you, because, you know. And eventually...
These graphics are amazing.
Starts to come down out of the atmosphere. It's a fairly bumpy entryway because, again, there are a lot of... There's like an asteroid belt here. It's nothing too big, but there are rocks bouncing off the hull as you kind of go in. It's like a... and stuff bouncing here, there, and everywhere. But eventually you break down through into the atmosphere. Goes through a low-level flight. And then she reaches up, pulls down a panel, and activates what appears to be some small computer device. After she punches in what seems to be a code, you notice that there's a little red light going beep, 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 beep.
How's it going?
Did I see what the code was that she typed in?
Did you? Did you?
I don't know. I would have been looking for if I knew we were in a rebel base, I would have been looking for a rebel clearance code. That could be good for bounty hunting purposes.
Give me a perception skill roll.
Okay.
She wasn't exactly hiding it, but I mean she was pretty like and it was like an 8-digit code. So I'm going to say DC's 15.
Okay, and it was what was it?
Perception.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I have a 3D in perception. Ugh. All right, here we go. Nope. Okay, that's fine. I wasn't like super paying attention to. I probably caught the last half of it when I realized what she was doing.
Yeah, there you go. Okie dokie. So you might have at least seen a couple of the numbers. There was definitely a 7 and an 8 in there, but
okay, cool.
Okay. And after that, she just like pushes the panel back up, but the little light underneath still beep 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 beep. As she continues to kind of cruise in real low and slow, like as you kind of getting close to the planet, and she says, "Okay, you better no, perhaps not." And she kind of looks at you again and says, "Okay," she says, "You see that large twin-peaked mountain over there? Head between those peaks." Seeing as you're actually flying this thing, there's no skill roll involved. It's an easy thing for you to do. You've got more than ample flying skill to not need to roll anything to achieve a 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna do everything she says.
Okay, and basically she kind of like uses landmarks to guide you in. Eventually she tells you to kind of like to duck down into this like little small valley, and that you can see a cave entrance at the far end. She looks at you and she says, "The Atreyu will fit, but it's going to be a tight fit. Don't scratch my paintwork." DC 10 roll. You need a 10 to get in and land without scratching the sides of the Atreyu.
Okay, well, that's...
Yeah, piss easy for you.
Yeah.
26.
Nice.
All right, she nods approvingly as you coast in, and once you're in there, you notice that basically they have steam blasted an area inside the cave to make like little landing pads. You can see different refueling stations. You can see some land speeders there. There's a handful of people running around. Once you're kind of in, there's a guy wearing an orange suit with a white helmet holding up 2 beacons and just doing this as he's like guiding you forward to land in a particularly designated landing position.
I hate this part.
Okay, after that, she basically just reaches up and starts shutting off all of her different systems and stuff like that, and she goes, well, you're here. I'm gonna see if I can find a medic before I get out of here. Oh, and you're welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry, we got your crew killed.
I didn't need them anyway. No.
Harper would probably try to give her a piece of candy as a thank you. Like
She kind of looks. She like screws her nose up and looks at it like, and then as an afterthought, she's like, "Oh." Like she realizes this is your attempt at being nice. So as much as she like finds it frivolous and pointless, she's not gonna upset you and insult your feelings. Okay. Yeah, so once all the systems and everything are on the ship of the Atreyu are shut down, she kind of lowers the gangplank and staggers out.
Yep, I follow.
Okay,
Yep,
and she kind of looks, she goes,
I just rushed past everybody.
y'all got a rejuve tank around here? And a couple of people like run over and like support her and help her out. She kind of looks at you and she goes, oh, you're going to want to see Devra. And she points like down this one corridor. You see a pair, like at the end of a small, it narrows down, and after about 15 feet, you can see a blast door, and there's a security guard wearing, again, white helmet, orange jumpsuit, standing at the door, holding a blaster rifle.
Devra. Okay.
Yeah, Devra Kane. Okay, and she, like, as they usher her off, she's like, easy, easy, Jesus, as they're, like, hurrying her towards this other side corridor to get her taken down to the rejuve tanks. Okay. Where are we at here? Okay, we're off of this ship, so we'll take this off, and we're going to go for something like this. Alright, you approach the blast door. The security guard kind of looks at you, and without speaking through any kind of intercom system or whatever, you actually hear a regular human voice smile at you and says, I don't think I've seen you guys before. First time here?
Yes, we're here to see Devra.
Huh. You came in on the Atreyu, right?
Yes.
Well, how is, Garvissa? She doing okay?
Minor injury. She was taken off and tended to. I'm sure she's fine.
She goes, well, good. She's done a lot for us in the past. He says, hopefully, when Viz is done with whatever repairs she's got to do, she'll swing by. I've always had a soft spot for her.
Oh.
I'm gonna look over at Lauren.
Okay, he's like, what? Viz.
Nothing. I'm not feeling well.
Is, Viz Lorenchek. Her engineer. What about Gull? Gull and Quine? A gunner?
There was a
They did not make it.
Ah, that's a pity.
Yes.
Well, what happened?
It was
happened.
it was the Imperial scum, of course.
He goes, those Imperials have got a lot to answer for. Well,
Yes. Add their names to the list. Fight for them in their name and honor.
well, I don't want to hold you up. I suppose, as you said, you wanted to get to Devra. Just through this door, when you get to the T section, take a left. Honestly, it doesn't matter if you take a right. Both go to the same place, but left will save you 10 minutes. And with that, he kind of just opens up the blast doors, and you find yourselves in a very rough and not particularly well-gleamed cavern.
All right, I'm gonna start walking down the corridor and take a left when I get there.
Okay, once you get to the junction, there's another security guard. This one's actually wearing reflective armor. He kind of looks at you, and he says, do y'all have any ID chits? What about multipass? You got a multipass? No.
Did we ever get the IDs from the guy we did, right?
You did,
Yeah,
yeah. You guys do all have quote-unquote fake IDs, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you can get into bars and drink underage.
Yeah, show my.
Yes.
Hold it up, you know.
Yeah, I would flash mine, not to like here inspect it, but just kind of hold it up really quick and then just say, "We're here to see Devra Kane."
Okay, he pulls out like this little pocket scanner and like puts your ID into it, hands it back to you. And he's like, you hear a beep, 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 beep. All right. What was your identity? What was your fake ID that you come up with?
Oh, did I have one?
Yeah, if you remember, I told you all that you could choose what your alias was, and that's what would be on the ID.
Oh, I don't know if I ever actually
Oh,
gave
I
you
forgot
one.
about that.
I don't remember if I actually gave you one.
He looks at you and says, McLovin, really?
Yes, it is a very tribal Rhodian name. Is there some sort of problem with that?
He says, no, it checks out. And he hands it back to you. Yeah, so,
slight of
but no,
it.
and all joking aside, do you want to have do you want to give me an alias?
Yeah. Grot.
Grot. How do you spell Grot?
Grott.
Okay, Grot. Last name?
Grot.
Oh.
Just Grot. He's like, sure.
Flurgs. Flergz.
Grot Flurgs. Okay.
Grot Flurgs.
Grot Flurgs, the famous bounty hunter. Okay, what about everybody else? What are your aliases on your fake IDs?
Oh, I had a question about mine actually.
Okay.
So, at the point when we were getting them, half the time you called me a girl and half the time you called me a boy. So I didn't know if my ID was.
It's your.
female.
Yeah, it'll be. That was more of a cultural thing. I mean, it's gonna be. It says that you're a dude, unless you don't want it to, of course. In which case,
No,
it'll say whatever you want it to say.
No. If they thought I was a boy, they would have gotten an ID for a boy.
Okay, so what is your?
Oh.
Do you have a name yet?
Yeah, let's go with Ezra.
Ezra.
That's
Yes.
Last name?
I didn't have a name. Webb.
Ezra Webb. Okay.
Sure.
Ezra Webb. I love it.
That's a
All
good
right.
name.
Spook and Shagget. What do you guys got for me?
So Jalad Trad's name is now Jail Tra because He's Duros. He's not very imaginative.
Jailtra? Okay.
He basically just took off the last digits of his name. So it's just Jailtra.
Jailtra. Alright, and what about Lorne? What is Lorne's?
Okay, so I
alias?
just popped up a Star Wars name generator and just picked one. I'm just gonna, in my mind, when Lorne got his ID, it just had a name on it.
Okay.
And this is the first time that he's actually seeing it, and he's like, I'm Leon John Goodboy.
Leon John Goodboy?
That is literally what popped up on this name generator. Leon John Goodboy.
Good boy.
Leon John Goodboy. Oh, I love it.
Is Leon John hyphenated like Jean-Claude?
Yeah, I can just see that, like, when you
yes.
realize
Leon
that
John
is now
Goodboy.
what you have to go by. It's like, oh, hi, I'm Leon John
John
Goodboy?
Goodboy.
I mean, yeah, I'm Leon John Goodboy. Okay, all right, Leon John Goodboy. Well, amazingly, you have no trouble. He hands you back your IDs. And he goes, okay. You don't show up in an Imperial database anywhere, so knock yourself out.
Of course we don't. We would never. And I'm going to quickly scatter off to my left here.
Okay. All right. Dun, 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 dun.
In this blast door here.
Can we add those names to the overlay, right? Leon John Goodboy. Okay. Oh. Minimize that. I'll move Spook down there as well. Okay. All right, so as soon as you approach the blast doors, they open up. Through there and on the other side, you can hear kind of lots of engines and mechanics and electronics pretty much just humming and making strange sounds. Let me go ahead and pop. Let's see, what do we want? Yeah, I'll go with this for now. All right, okay. There's another security guard on the other side, but he doesn't give you a hard time. He just stops and says, who are you looking for?
We are looking for Devra Kane.
Oh, and he just kind of points at this big kind of like, there's like a large metal prefabricated building that's been built inside the cave. Glancing around the cave, you can see that there are a couple of landing bays built that go down a couple of tight corridors. You can see huge, big repair stations. You can see generators. There are people walking around, some people working on ships, some people working on hardware, machinery, carrying crates. All in all, this is just like a small, bustling Imperial base. All right. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in.
I would go to the building he pointed out.
All right, let's see how close I can get to this thing. There we go. All right. Yeah, as I said, you see the prefab building to the side. There's a metal door at the front, and there is like an access panel with a security access, but there's also an intercom.
Right on the door here?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I would put my finger on the intercom.
Okay.
And just say, hello, we would like to speak to Devra Kane, please. Is she in?
Okay. The voice says, "Oh, yes. Devra Kane is available. Who is speaking, please?"
My name is Grot Flurgs, and I'm here with my crew to discuss important matters.
Oh, we are far too busy to discuss impotent matters.
No, important matters.
Oh, I do apologize. My audio array has been malfunctioning of late. One moment, please. All right, the door opens, and a very kind of non-polished protocol droid is standing there. Imagine C-3PO, not gold, kind of looking like unpolished tin, just gray metal. That's kind of what this guy looks like. He has both of his eyes, he has a mouth, but some of his servos seem to be really rusty. His arm movement seems to, like, you can see as he raises his arm numerous times, he's like, to get it to move. He has to basically bang himself. You can see that he has got numerous blaster points all over him. This droid has seen much better days than this. He goes, which one of you is Grotflegs?
That is me.
Oh, I am pleased to make your acquaintance. Devra Kane will see you. Now.
Does it look like something I would know how to fix? Just looking at him?
Possibly. I mean, if you had the parts to salvage, I'm sure. I mean, you're somewhat savvy. I think you might be able to do some stuff. Also, I'll point out this protocol droid is about 4 foot tall. So whereas C-3PO was like human-sized, he is ironically kid-sized. He's actually about the same height as Harper.
Oh, she wants to fix him.
I look down at Harper, probably anticipating her
Okay.
expression.
You hear a female human voice say, "Jeez, Christ, C6, are you just gonna get around to it? Get him in here! Gosh darn it, we don't have time to waste." Oh, yes, absolutely, Miss Kane. And this way, Mr. Flegs. And he has to turn his upper torso to point because his arm won't extend.
Oh my god, he's so sad.
Yeah, I'd follow in, or I'd go in there where he's pointing.
Okay, yep, you can go on in. Once you go inside, you can basically see computer panels to the left, a computer panel to the right. You can see people working. The one on the left has an intercom system, and she is barking commands backwards and forwards and relaying communications. Behind this large metal table, you can see a woman, probably about mid-30s. She's wearing an ex-military uniform. It's an Imperial uniform, but it was one of the earlier uniforms. And she has a black beret on her head. Okay, let's see, who's that directly in front of her? That would be Jalad. Okay, she reaches across with a very, very manly thrust of her arm as she leans over the table. She goes, "Devra Kane, who the hell are you?"
Jail Tron. Nice to meet you. I'll hold my hand too.
All right. So, Mr. Tra, why are you here? Got a communication from Captain Garvisa that says that she brought you in on the Atreyu. Something to do with y'all were escaped convicts held by the Imperials?
I mean, we didn't really do anything wrong, so, you know.
No.
Convicts is...
Hey, whenever we, brought down that Imperial destroyer, we didn't do anything wrong either, but the Imperials seem to have a pretty bad opinion of us. We've been monitoring some very disturbing communications. Just very curious that you guys would show up right now. You want to tell me why you're really here?
Well, that is why we're really here. I don't understand the accusation.
Okay, she's just kind of like eyeing you, like giving you a very long, hard stare down as she's like looking you up and down, and then she starts like looking at all of you very, very suspiciously. What did it cost you to get brought here?
What was it, like 600 credits apiece or something?
I don't remember. I've slept since then.
Like 600 credits? Garvissa brought you all the way out here for 600 credits? Yeah.
Apiece.
Again, yeah.
Well, I mean, a couple people did die as well. So.
Our skills came quite in handy for her and her ship for her own escape as well.
Oh, so you kind of worked part of your passage off.
Yes.
I see.
Some of us did.
Well, tell me your story. What's this about? Nobody comes here unless they're running from something or looking to stand up against the Empire. So what's your stories?
I want to do that.
You want to do what?
Harper.
Oh,
Well, come on in here, kid. Don't stand outside the... Well, I'd say the cold air, but the temperature's exactly the same in here. But at least there's light in here. Alright, she kind of looks at you and she puts one elbow on the table so she can kind of like lean down a little bit to kind of get a slightly closer to your level. And she says, So, how'd you end up with these guys, kid? What are they really about, huh? You can tell me.
well, we were just flying, and then we kind of got in trouble, and then we were in prison, and then we killed this big slime monster. I mean, you should have seen it. It was huge, and I was able to shoot it.
He was a slime monster.
Yeah, it was a slime monster.
Okay, she kind of looks
planet.
at the rest of you guys, you adults, and she says, is that like a euphemism for something, or are we talking literally a big monster made of slime?
No, it was big.
And green, like my.
It's okay. So, what did you do to get in trouble, kid?
I was on the ship with Jal. She's gonna mess up his name. She's gonna like stop halfway through it.
Okay. But she kind of like looks at who you're pointing at.
I have
And
my
then
hand
looks
raised.
at him. Yeah, and like looks at you to pick up the conversation.
I took a job shipping, point A, point B, intercepted by the Imperials. It had some contraband. So they repossessed my ship and threw both of us in jail.
Okay, both of you. So
Yes.
y'all are not all together, huh?
Well, we met the other two during the escape.
We are now.
Well, they're our friends now. That's right.
Okay, so y'all are basically a couple of ne'er-do-well smugglers that were too stupid and got caught. What's your story, Big Eyes? Yeah, you. Other than the droid here, you've got the biggest eyes in the room. I'm clearly talking to you.
Well, I find people for money, you see. And I was on one of my people finding missions. And someone saw me brandish my weapon in a place I was not supposed to have it, even though it's part of my job. And I was accosted and taken by those wretched Imperials. Thrown in the brig for just trying to do my job, make a couple credits.
What type of people do you find?
People who want to be found by others.
What?
Criminals? Rebels?
I don't ask too many questions.
But you generally don't ask much about your employers either. Is that what you're telling me?
That is correct.
She looks at the guy to her right and says, "At least he's honest." And the guy kind of like just looks at her and shrugs. And then, go ahead.
Please. No. I was just going to say, if the money speaks louder than words, that is what I listen to.
All right. And then she kind of looks past you to Lorne, who at this entire time has said little to nothing and has just been standing there at the back. And she kind of says, "And what's your story?" And then she like pauses for a second, like she's trying to think of an appropriate word. Interesting one.
Can we just say I assaulted an Imperial and leave it at that?
Hey, I'm just asking the questions. You give me as much information as you want or don't want. I have no problem with someone assaulting an Imperial.
That's what I did.
She goes, well, so now I know what you've done. What is it you're wanting to do? Why are you here? What brought you all the way out here to Xeris 2? To a rebel base? You understand that we're not exactly, you know, philanthropists or the sort of people that generally just help people out of the kindness of our hearts. We've got an agenda.
I can tell you what the little one wants to do right now.
Goes, and what's that? What do you want to do, little guy?
I want to fight and win.
No, that's not what I was gonna say.
Okay. Well, very matter of fact, Devra pulls a blaster pistol off of her belt pouch, slams it on the table, and pushes it straight across the table towards Harper. She goes, well, if you're going to fight Imperials, kid, you need to learn to use a gun. I was probably no younger than you when I shot my first Imperial.
She's going to grab it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you can add a blaster pistol to your equipment list.
Yay.
I was gonna say she wants to fix your protocol droid.
Oh, that too.
She's very handy.
You want to fix C6? Go right ahead. You do what you... I mean, let's be honest. At this point, C6 is lucky to be still walking around.
I can try to fix him. I could try.
Yes. Hey. To be honest, he's a liability around here. I tell you what, kid. If you want to put the time and energy into fixing him, you can have him.
Woo!
And then she kind of looks at C6 and she goes, to be honest, C6, you're not exactly helping us anymore. Maybe you do better hanging out with this guy. I think he's got more time and more energy and, quite honestly, more patience than I do. So, why don't you hang out with... What was your name, son?
Ezra.
Ezra. She goes, go see what you can do with Ezra. And he kind of like looks. He goes, oh well. If you're sure that I can't assist you any further, I would be happy to go with Ezra. Where are we going, Master Ezra?
We follow this one. And I'm going to point to Jalad.
Okay. Where are we going?
I don't know.
Oh, I see. Well,
why don't you go outside with Ezra and find supplies to get fixed up?
I suppose we could do that. Lead the way, Master Ezra.
All right.
All right, and the protocol droid whirs across the floor. The one thing that it does seem to have is fully functional legs. So he doesn't like walk with a limp. He walks pretty solidly. But again, you can tell that there are a lot of issues. Many of them are cosmetic. Like, one of the biggest issues that he has with his arms, it might not be that his servos aren't working properly. It's that everything is just so bent and dented in. Like, clearly, someone with much less knowledge than you could have fixed those things. But nobody bothered. Like, he's like it's almost like he's an unwanted little puppy dog that just happens to be here, but nobody really cares. They might keep him fed every great once in a while, but he's an afterthought to everybody here. Okay. So you're going to take him outside and go look for parts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's everybody else want to do? He's still kind of looking at you very suspiciously to try to try to figure out what your agenda is.
I'm gonna stay quiet. I'm not gonna say anything unless I'm spoken to.
If she's still kind of glaring at us, I would just say,
We are not here to cause any problems. I am just looking to get off this rock so I could get back to business.
You got off of one rock to be brought to this rock, which you paid to be brought to this rock, and now you want to try to find a way off of this rock.
Unless you have business to conduct here.
I mean, we've always got things for useful people to do, but it probably doesn't pay what you're looking for it to pay.
So then how do you get those useful people to do what you want them to do?
Well, you see, there are certain people in the universe that don't like the Empire and have pretty big bones to pick with the Empire, and they tend to stand up against that tyrannical regime for, call it the goodness of their heart, call it their conscience, call it the good of the universe, but they don't usually ask for money to do it.
How do they eat?
Well, of course, we're self-sufficient.
Thank you.
We have a mess hall. If y'all are hungry, I mean, you're welcome to go and fill your bellies. That's not a problem. I mean, we take care of the necessities, is what I'm saying, but, this is not exactly a high-yield sort of paying job type of gig. The best we can offer is to patch you up if you get shot, repair armor, provide parts to fix your ships, whatever you might need, and give you a purpose. See, God, I hate it when I sound like I'm one of those damn recruiting ads.
Purpose?
Just look. When you assaulted that Imperial, did it feel good? Did you get off on it?
I mean, I guess.
Well, there you go. We assault a lot of Imperials. And I think we all kind of get off on it to some degree. So if you want to get even with some Imperials, we can certainly give you the avenues to do so. Outside, so you're going looking for parts. So, Harper, give me a search roll.
Search.
And let's see how many, let's see how high your search roll is to see what sort of parts you can come up with.
Okay. Hit roll.
12. Okay, so that'll be moderate. Okay, so I would say that it's going to get you. There are two. Basically, you can find the parts to attempt to fix two things. What do you want to try to fix? His his voice cortex so that he doesn't stutter. Either of his arms, you can choose to fix those, or his torso so that he can actually twist without having to turn all the way around.
I think I'm gonna do the voice.
Okay, so you want to try to fix his voice cortex. That'll be a DC 15.
You want me to go ahead and roll that? Or do you want me to just...
Tell me the other thing you want to try to fix first.
I think the most useful would probably be one of his arms, so
Okay.
you can use it better.
Alright, so either a left arm or a right arm. That's only going to be DC 10.
Okay.
Alright, okay, so yeah, you can go ahead. So what do you want to roll for first? The arm or the voice cortex?
The arm.
Okay, DC 10. Obviously,
is-
it'll take you a little bit of time to do these things, but you can go ahead and get the rolls done.
Droid repair?
Droid repair, you got it. Oh yeah, the arm was no problem. So basically, you'll beat out a few panels, oil a few things up, straighten a few servos, and either his left or right arm will be fully repaired. Which one do you want?
The right arm.
Okay. Okay, so you'll sort out his right arm. Okay. DC 15 to replace his voice cortex.
Come on, roll. Be good.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh, nice.
So, yep, you swap out the voice cortex. The good news is he will speak fluidly. The bad news is his voice will not be the same now.
No.
Because it's basically completely altering his voice. Which will be... But give me a D6 roll.
A D6?
Yep.
Oh.
Is one of those options Morgan Freeman?
4. Okay. So 4 hours is what it's going to take you to do all these repairs.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we know what you're doing for the next 4 hours. Okie dokie.
Listen, ma'am. Ezra out there has a few parents. Sierra and Dirk Williams. They are rebels. Perhaps, given our situation, we should try to find them, so they know that their Ezra is in good condition and not dead.
Okay, kind of looks at you. She goes, huh. Walks over here. Says to the guy at the computer, see what you can find on, what were their names?
Sierra and Dirk Williams.
Sarah and Dirk Williams. All right.
To our Sierra, yeah.
Okay. He nods and starts. Is that a legit thing or is that BS?
No, that's a legit thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harper's parents are with the rebellion, so she could kind of wants to join up too.
Gotcha. Why is Harper not with her parents?
Harper's parents, when things started to get a little dangerous for them, didn't want her involved in the rebellion. So
Okay.
they sent her with Jalad because he was just shipping for them.
Okay, so Jalid knows
So
your
he was
parents.
supposed to be
And
away
they
from
deemed it would be
everybody.
safer for them to be with Jalid than with them. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Not a problem. Okay, he kind of leans up and whispers something to her, and then she gets in real close to the computer screen and kind of squints and looks, and then she presses a button real quick to like turn the monitor off. And she goes, put that on a data cube for me. Okay, yep. We're gonna see if we can track our parents down for you. No problem at all. Once we know where they are, we'll let you know.
Thank you.
They're in the system. We just don't know exactly where they're serving yet. You know, we don't keep a particularly accurate roster of who's where in case it should fall into Imperial hands.
No, of course, of course.
It's okay. Well, I mean, if you just want to hang around here and help out while we track down Mr. and Mrs. Williams, you're welcome to. And the next time we have a transport that's going in that direction, I suppose we can let you jump on board and have a ride to wherever they are, if that's what you want.
That's all I can think of to do, so thank you.
Okay, cool.
When is the next transport to anywhere else?
Well, we don't exactly have a regular shipping line in and out of a secret rebel base here on Zeros 2. We wait for orders, and when those orders come through, that's what we know we've got to do. That being said, we may or may not be mobilizing and heading somewhere in the next week or two. But obviously that information is something that I can't really discuss right now.
Of course not. A week or two. Okay.
And Kreese is gonna sort of lean back against the computers and rub his head, sort of just taking this information that he's gonna be here for probably a little while.
Okay. All right. You know, after kind of like eyeing you guys, she starts to seem a little bit kind of jittery at this point. Listen, why don't you head out down to the mess hall, get yourself some food, grab yourself a bunk, rest up a little bit. We'll let you know once we know exactly where Mr. and Mrs. Williams are, and if there are any transports leaving. Of course, if you'd rather just go talk to Garvissa and see if she'll take you off of here with her. Last I heard that she was down there at one of the reclamation units getting her stomach taken care of. Getting that blaster wound healed up.
We'll go to the mess hall. And,
Yeah,
Good
I
choice.
would have already been walking out and going to the mess hall.
Okay, alright. Alrighty. So,
I'm just gonna follow because I have nothing else better to do.
food sounds good. Okay. You notice that she takes the data cube out and just kind of like pops it in like her top shirt pocket. And who's the last person out the door?
No, that
I
would
I
probably
probably would
be
have
me.
been the first, yeah.
Yeah,
That would
Alright,
probably
so
be the last.
I'd be
You're
second.
out, then you. Okay. So Lorne, you can give me a perception roll.
Oh, not wrong tab. Come on.
Like as the doors are shutting to see if you overhear something. A 10, right on the money. Yes, you do.
Nice.
Okay, you hear her say as you walk out, geez, for that kid's sake, I hope that the situation on Alderaan isn't what we're expecting. And that's all you hear.
Oh.
I
Incidentally,
don't know a lot about Star Wars, but I'm pretty sure I know what that means.
So Xeris 2 is actually in the same system as the planet Alderaan. Just so you know.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, we're around here, aren't we?
Okay. Yeah, you can get a number of different people to show you where the mess hall is. The food here, it is nothing grand. It is very basic. It is very, ME rations. This is not Star Trek, so there are no replication units. You cannot walk up to a thing and ask for a martini, and it is, here is the crap we have, eat it or don't eat it. Okay. All right. So yeah, you guys are going to go and do that, and during all of this time, the kid, Harper, aka Ezra, is busy working on C6's arm and voice box.
So as we're slopping down whatever food is at the cantina, I'm just gonna lean across and say, Kreese. I don't know your fake name, I'm sorry.
What?
About the blaster pistol. that was given to the kid.
What about it?
Well, it's noisy and, she's small, but, I don't want her getting shot at.
Well, then I think as a guardian, you should probably take it away from her.
I endured a lot of tantrums when we first were grouped up. I kind of want to avoid a repeat. Do you
Incidentally, just as a reminder, was Ezra a little boy or a little girl? Because, or not Ezra, Harper.
Harper's a girl.
Okay,
right?
it is a girl. Okay, then I'm the one
Harper's
that
a
keeps calling it a
girl.
boy.
But because of that, Ezra, like people, I guess she would have chopped her hair off short, so she could probably easily pass as a boy
Right.
too.
Yep. Yeah, the
yeah,
guy
she was
that
a
you worked with, he probably did assume with your short hair and the fact that you're 10, he probably just automatically assumed you were a small kid, and it's a boy, whatever.
That makes Lauren feel very awkward.
Why are you bringing this up, Jalad? What do you want?
Oh, well, you're a bounty hunter. You've been places.
You're a pilot. You've been places.
I know, but I try to avoid the firefights if I can help it. So what if we were to find her a non-blaster gun?
I mean, give her a toy that could get her shot.
No,
As
no,
well.
no. It would be the actual weapon. I'm thinking of the old-fashioned kind.
What?
Like
Slug thrower.
yeah.
Well, some blasters do have a stun capability built in, depending on the model. Is that something non-lethal?
I don't honestly mind if she kills people that deserve to be.
Wow.
You're quite a guardian there.
Hey, he's a physical guardian. He just never said nothing about morality.
So,
I mean,
Jalad,
they're Imperials,
cut to the point. What do you want her to have?
A slug pistol, maybe with a silencer on it. Something we can make it quiet.
So you want to turn her into an assassin?
Want to turn her into someone who won't get shot upon because they won't know that that's what's happening. She'll be happy. She'll not be shot at as much. We'll take the brunt of it. And we'll be good friends.
I honestly don't mind if she gets shot at that much. It's less shots coming in my direction.
Talk about morality, huh?
I never said anything of that. I'm not watching a child.
You're putting a child in a dangerous situation, and yet you're worried if she's happy.
She's
or not.
already in a dangerous situation. That's not. Nothing is. Whether I do the job or not, they would have found a way to screw me over anyway.
You're concerned with her having a tantrum.
Well, she's a technical wizard. Her having a tantrum on a ship, not good. That's what I'm saying. It's dangerous. Space.
Is she that volatile?
You weren't there for the incident in June.
So you think a child who is capable of major tantrums is better off with a silenced weapon?
So you don't know the things that she's picking up.
Normally, no, but given what we've been through the past few
Love
weeks, yes. So
And just giving what people call a hard time. Ha ha!
Okay.
I don't understand that humor, but sure, yes. If you just hear anything, just let me know, please.
I'm sure, have you asked around? The quartermaster of this base, for example, might have what you are looking for.
No, I haven't. I've been with you. You know where I've been.
Yes, again, sarcasm. I apologize. My humor is clearly not landing as I would like it to. I will work on this.
Should wish for her to be able to defend herself rather than attack someone.
Well, obviously, that's what I would stress. Yes, agreed.
There are better
weapon-
methods than blasters.
with a stun capability might be exactly what you are looking for.
Take the power pack out of it. Click, click.
Just take the batteries out. She won't know.
Yep.
All right, I just continue eating.
All right. Okay.
I never stopped.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, a few hours pass. You've all gotten fed, and then eventually, I guess, Ezra Webb, aka Harper, finally comes into the mess hall with C6P8 walking behind. Who seems, I mean, he looks pretty much exactly the same. You can tell that he's a bit more polished. Some of the dents have been eradicated. The bent servo that runs from his shoulder down to his arm has been replaced, and it actually moves now. So instead of keep catching, all right. So yeah, in comes
Hey.
Ezra.
Food here.
Hey, look, I fixed him.
All right, so yeah, C6P8 looks at you and says, "I feel decidedly more efficient."
What did you do to it?
It? I am
Yes?
C6P8.
What are your pronouns?
Imperial Protocol Droid.
It's not a pronoun.
Rebel Protocol Droid.
Thank you.
Hello.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Does he sound like a villain now?
Sound like a villain?
At least you got rid of the stutter?
I just changed out the box. It's fine.
Yeah, she found a voice box from another, basically just a part, and replaced it. Who knows what it was originally belonging to, where it came from.
Yeah. What do we call it?
There were quite a few other parts there as well that you could have potentially used, so I'm assuming if you wanted to salvage a few extra spare parts, you could. For upgrades or repairs at a later date.
Yes, I would.
Yep.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
What should we call it? Or him? Or her?
Or they?
Or they? Them?
We could just ask it what it wants to be called. What do you want to be called?
My identification is C6P8. I believe they have been referring to me as C6.
C6.
C6?
Rolls off the tongue.
C6.
God, I'm gonna need a napkin for this. Can't remember all these fucking names.
We have a lot of names in this
These fake names are throwing me through a loop. 'Cause
I've already forgotten everybody's except Ezra.
I also must confess, my memory banks do have a permanent data leak.
That doesn't sound good.
I will do my best to store pertinent information in my backup banks to be recalled as is necessary. If I forget your names, I do apologize.
So we just need to get him a hard drive. It's okay.
I found
Solid state.
I'll look at it later.
C6. Do you know where the quartermaster is on this base?
He
The
just said he has a
quartermaster?
memory leak.
The current base commander is Lieutenant Devra Kane.
I'm gonna look a little disappointed.
Well, at least we have a sort of rapport with them already.
to look. Where did Harper put the gun?
Yeah, where did
Oh.
Harper put the blaster pistol?
I mean, I guess she probably would be carrying it. I don't think she has a holster for it.
Yeah, so she's just holding the gun.
Yes.
Which is
She's not
great.
putting it down.
Great parenting
You have
skills,
to
Shaggy.
know.
Great.
Look, she was really disappointed when you took the other one back, okay?
No, I registered that.
The only other thing I can think of is she would try to mimic Kreese, but she doesn't have the holsters that he does. So it would have to be like in a belt or a pocket, but I don't think that would work. So she would just be holding it.
Walking around carrying a fucking great blaster pistol everywhere.
But imagine
Periodically
as soon
trying
as
to
she
spin it
finds
around.
one.
And this is how kids shoot themselves.
She's a pretty good shot, okay? She's not terrible.
No, hey, you've already killed something or shot something anyway. So okay. Well, as you guys are all just chowing down and getting to know your new companion, C6P8, which reminds me, I need to go ahead and do a copy.
People in chat are already calling Sexy Pete.
Sexy Pete. It's Sexy Pete.
Which, yeah. I get
Hi,
that.
I'm Sexy Pete. Human cyborg relations.
Oh.
Well, I've given you control of Sexy Pete as well.
Oh no.
God.
Is it canon now?
Hey, it's a good enough name for a deep talking protocol droid. He's
Sounds like a Barry
he's
White
only
voice.
4 foot tall.
I mean, you're good boy. Like, we're turning into 70s porno.
You'll disintegrate your eye with that gun. Yep. Okay. Yeah, as that happens, suddenly you hear a loud siren go off. And red lights start to flash over the
Star
intercom.
Wars Amber
says,
Alert.
Will all personnel please make your way for immediate evacuation? All personnel, please make your way for immediate evacuation. And everybody else drops their plates in mid, like, mouthful and rushes out of the mess hall. And you can start to see people running past the corridor, heading towards the hangars.
Evacuation sounds bad. Or good, I guess, depending on how you look at it.
Sounds like a ride off of this planet.
I'm just gonna-
Rather you actually have a ride or not.
Okay, where do you guys want to go?
Oh yeah, out of here.
The hangar.
In other words, do you want to kind of run back to the main area where Devra Kane was, or do you want to run back to where the Atreyu was?
Probably where the. I mean, if we're evacuating,
Yeah. To the Atreyu, right?
Okay.
Right, Matt? That's what you're gonna say?
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
Yeah.
because then it gives the pilot a reason to get off to like give us another ride for free. Essentially, she needs us to pilot her ship.
Yeah, ways to scam rides.
Uh huh.
I'm learning so much.
Oh, right. Whoops. Very bad
Fine.
influence.
Maybe this one? Let's see.
I mean, her
Ooh,
parents
no,
were rebels
no,
that
this
left
is
her
much
with a
better.
smuggler. Like, how much of a more of a bad
Well,
influence can we
So,
be?
so as we're running down the hallway,
Uh-huh.
Harper, you have your gun just hanging out, right? Just in your hand.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna take off. I have a spare holder in case I come across another weapon that I can get from someone.
So you're going to give her a holster?
As I'm running, I'm gonna unbuckle it really quick and just kind of throw it at her.
Okay.
Like, please put that thing away. You're scaring me. And I'm gonna throw her the holster just so she'll just stop like running around with a pistol
And to
And I-
be
Flopping
and a
around.
killer robot
To be
behind her
fair.
too. Like I'm not liking where this is going.
fair, Jala didn't start off a smuggler, but the jobs became more and more difficult as a rebellion, and that's it.
Hate it when I become an accidental smuggler.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, you're trying to talk about your morality to me, the bounty hunter who kills with no remorse. I don't care.
It's true.
I don't care who you are. I just don't want this child throwing a gun around as we run. Because what if she trips on a stone or something? No. Gun safety 101.
At least
Okay.
have the safety on.
Yeah.
All right. So as you're running, you're noticing people carrying equipment. People are snatching things out of the wall, like unplugging stuff to load onto carts to move. Everybody's in mass, like hyper haste evacuation mode. People are screaming and yelling and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so you're gonna run back. You run back into the hangar where the Atreyu is sitting. But there is no sign currently of Garvissa Estrada.
I see your expression.
Oh no.
I know what Matt wants to do.
We got a crew.
Okay, so does Kreese actually make that face?
I'm gonna get to the ship and sort of hello, and then look back at everyone with a face like.
Okay, so
Maybe she's
basically a
not back
guy
yet.
who's like
Maybe
trying
she
to
died.
stuff a helmet on his head and zip up a jumpsuit, like hopping on one leg as he runs by you. And she goes, looks at you and she says, Estrada's still in the reclamation unit. It's going to take him a few minutes to unplug her and get her out of there. And then she carries on like hopping past you and finally gets the zipper up and carries on running.
Should we go help her? Are we able to help her?
That is option A.
Option B is, fuck that bitch, this is my ship now.
Harper,
Yeah.
help me look around to find supplies and stuff that we could just throw on the ship.
Okay.
I'm going to start doing exactly what I just asked her.
Wait,
Okay,
no.
do you have any particular thing you're looking for, or just random shit?
Well, I made that list so I would have an idea of things.
So you're looking for specifically parts that you could possibly use to do repairs,
Yeah.
upgrades, and stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Or
Then
also
you and
droid
Harper
parts.
both give me search rolls.
My search
Also
is not very
droid
good.
parts.
But while you're about to go do that,
Ooh.
I think Kreese was about to yell at you. So
I was about to snatch the item list out of his hand.
okay.
And say,
Why don't you get the ship ready so we can leave very quickly if we have to?
What about Estrada?
We will wait for her to show up.
Shouldn't we ask her if we can board? It's her ship.
I'm sure she won't mind if we get the launch preparations started for a quicker getaway.
No, that's a good idea. Here's a good idea. Yeah, I'll do that. And I'm going to go to the gangplank. So obviously my search for shit because I was just quickly glancing around, finding absolutely nothing.
Okay.
yeah, I'll take the list and start trying to gather whatever he needs because I want him to get the ship starting to get going. So if we need to leave very quickly, we are able to just get out.
All
Is
right.
it
I'm-
like? Can we just get on the ship?
You can open the hangar and climb up on board for sure.
Okay, just making
Yep.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
so
super confused right now, so I'm just gonna.
I
Help.
mean, there is if you remember, she does have like a thing that she uses to open and close the ship, but she left it open, so it is currently open.
Okay.
Whether you can close it or not. I mean, I'm sure you can find a way, whether you do it the right way.
Well, yes, I'm going to go in the ship and start turning on systems so it's revved and ready to go.
Okay, all right. So you're gonna go and get everything sorted out. Cool. Okay.
I will look for parts for the
Alright,
ship.
Give
and
me
or the
your
droid.
search roll then. An 8. All right. Yeah, you're gonna find a few basic things, but most of the good stuff would have been at the other end, where all of the all of the actual rebel vessels were. This is just kind of like guest parking, I guess. Okay.
You want me to throw mine also since I took the list from?
And yeah,
Valid.
and you can roll as well.
Okay, I don't have much of a better search, so. Oh. Okay.
12. Okay, yeah, you do find a couple of more choice pieces.
Okay.
So
Guess I'm helping.
there you go. So you're going to do that, and you're going to do it as well.
I
Okay.
suck.
So basically, everybody else is running around scavenging, while Jalad is getting the launch procedures and everything ready and warming up the ship, ready to leave. Okay. So as you're still doing this and doing that, you're noticing that there's like next to nobody left on this side where you are. As the last person is about to run through the blast doors that you went through to the other side, kind of looks back and she says, "You do realize we've probably only got maybe 5 or 10 minutes before the asteroids get here."
The asteroids.
Yeah, from what we heard, there's like a massive amount of huge, ginormous asteroids heading straight for Xeris 2. Like they come out of nowhere, just all of a sudden. No one really knows how or why, but it might be some new kind of Imperial weapon or something.
That shoots asteroids?
Just, hell, I don't know. Just all I'm saying is that's what I overheard. Huge asteroids flying towards Xeris 2. Apparently, they're big enough that they're going to take out the entire planet. We don't want to be here when they get there. You don't want to be here when they get here. And then runs through the blast doors, leaving you guys all just scavenging and loading stuff up onto the Atreyu. And there's still no sign of Garvissa Estrada. What do you want to do?
And so we have 10 minutes from essentially now is what you mean?
Yeah, in theory.
Okay.
5 or
Yeah,
10,
that's what I'm saying.
5 to 10
Sure.
minutes.
Sure. I'm going to look over at Lauren, who's helping me, and just say,
We don't have time. We need to get out of here if we're going to save ourselves.
You want to steal her ship?
I don't want to steal her ship. We have to steal her ship. There's a difference. What would you suggest? Please, I'm all ears.
I'm all small tentacly things.
yes.
I mean, how long can we wait for her?
You want to be wrong about the estimation of that time.
Lauren's just gonna fall silent.
We can wait until it is safe, no longer safe to do so, and then we must leave.
I agree.
All right.
After I get the ship kind of ready to go,
Mhm.
I'm gonna see about the door, like to see if there's a manual way to do it or a hack I can do.
So basically, yes, it is an electronic entry and access point that is keyed. You would need a Starship repair skill roll of 15 or higher to overcome it without breaking it. 10 or higher will shut it, but it's gonna be like shut until you fix it. So it's up to you.
Could I? Ooh.
Harper can.
It has to be
Harper
shut
can
for you
do
to
it.
leave the atmosphere. Otherwise, it won't be
yes, Harper do
pressurized.
it.
So
Yeah,
Harper
yeah.
would look at it when she got on the ship. And
I would be like nervously like. So,
all right, so you're gonna let
kind
the
of
kid.
pondering it.
You're gonna let the kid take a look.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'd step aside absolutely.
Hey
we
kid,
have like 5 minutes.
bad feeling about this. Okay.
We have 5 minutes, right? And they're kind of
5
waiting.
to 10 minutes if you want to go by the accurate estimates of a random fleer.
And they're still arguing outside. So I'm going to take some time and look at it. Can I do
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
Can I give myself a bonus? A little bit?
Well, basically, if you study, you can see I mean, it has got an electronic sensor that's basically, I mean, it's a glorified garage door opener is what it is. With time, you can bypass that system, in which case you can rig up your own manual control. That's what you need the 15 for.
Okay.
You can make it shut now with a 10.
Okay.
But that's kind of like making the thing close and not open up again anytime soon.
And Grease and Lord are outside, right? Maybe don't.
I'm not going to close it with them outside. I was just going to look at it while they're outside.
No.
And I'm going to work on it once they come in. I mean, I can't tell them what to do.
Of course you can. You're the youngest.
Bring the
Clearly,
little
I'm in
pistol around.
So you're not going to
Can
do
we
anything.
let you
You're not
have
going to
a
do anything
gun?
right now. You're just going to wait.
Get inside.
I'm going to take some time and like look at it, but I don't want to try and close it until
Okay, that's what I was asking.
they're on the ship.
All right. Okay. Right. So you guys have been outside arguing. Harper's up there looking at the door. That's about 4 or 5 minutes is already gone, and there is
Okay,
still
5 minutes.
still no sign of Garvissa Atreyu.
You just see Jalad like in the doorway.
You're like Beaker from Sesame Street.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are there any more people coming in?
No.
I'd be getting on the ship.
I mean, all you know is there was that one blast door that you guys went through that took you down to the main thing. There was the left-hand blast door that she was taken off through that went to, the med bay and the reclamation center.
Guys, I think I can close the door.
I do not look happy about this, but I'm getting on the ship.
Okay.
I'm not ecstatic about it.
I mean,
just like,
not
this
that
what we
Lauren
have
is
to
just
do.
a bunch of sunshine and rainbows any other time, but
Oh.
14. Okay. So you've all got on the ship. The good news is that Harper has managed to shut the door. Unfortunately, as it starts to close, you can kind of hear and you see a few sparks as something shorts out. And then very quickly, the door goes
that didn't sound good.
About that
Okay.
time,
Yeah.
Out-
You're gonna say
out of the left-hand corridor, you
Core!
see a medic. Basically, Captain Garvissa Estrada is wearing like one of those "my ass is hanging out" hospital gowns, and she's soaking wet. Like her hair is matted, it's wet. It looks like she's been like grabbed and drugged through a giant thing of slime. As this medic is like helping her as she's like painfully hobbling across the out of the side panel and across the landing pad towards the Atreyu.
Here she is! Open the door! Open the door! She's back!
I hate you, Gore. I hate you
Okay,
so much.
about this time you also hear like, and you start to feel like rumbles as bits of rock begin to drop from the cavern above.
Yeah, I'd run to the piloting chair. And
As the first few asteroids the smaller ones that traveled ahead of the others start to pelt Xeris 2.
Quick! We can still get her in.
Can I fix it?
Okay, so here's how this works. So to fix it, you needed a 15. But now it is busted. On top of what you needed to do, you will need a 20 to get the door open.
Okay. I'll
Okay.
try. She would try.
So, yep, she's hobbling towards her ship. Obviously, she can see the heat coming from the back of the ports as the engines are already up and running.
Are you kidding me?
oh no!
Okay.
Oh
All right.
Went off both times.
You like see a couple up. You start to fuse some wires together. Solder here, solder there. Bypass this chip.
Wait, I can use my thing.
yes.
I'm gonna use my force point. I'm gonna get it open.
Okay, you want to use a force point?
Yeah, I double
Okay,
it. Right?
so technically you have to call that before you
Dang
roll,
it.
but
Okay, never mind.
as I don't think I specifically told you that before, I will allow you to. So you basically get another 4d6 plus 2.
Oh yeah. Nice.
So I roll it again.
Yep. And add it. I mean, it's irrelevant because you're
I
going
needed one.
going to succeed by at least 3 points, no matter what. 14. Okay. So yeah, you pull a 33. Okay, so you're over there and you're kind of like, come on, come on, come on, as literally you hear a huge big and a massive clump of rock falls and would block both of the blast doors. So from this point on, there's nowhere for the medic or for Devra Kane to go. I mean, not Devra Kane. Garvissa Estrada to go. It's like the ship or nothing. As the rocks begin to fall, they kind of start to hurry. They stumble. The medic kind of falls flat. As that happens, Garvissa, still holding her wounded side, reaches back, holds out her hand to help the medic up. As she does so, a huge boulder drops, smashes straight down onto the medic. His legs are both like crushed and trapped underneath. You hear him scream, "Ah!"
Oh, we could have used that guy.
And she's like pulling to try to get him out. About this time is when the door opens up once more. As you can kind of see the servo, basically the circuitry that you kind of bypass. You pretty much pulled this off by pulling some other support systems from the ship. But the truth is, there's way too much power going to this tiny electronic device, and it's going to fuse and it's going to blow at any moment. So, what do you guys want to do?
I'm screaming for her to get on the ship.
Get on the ship! You can see her like seriously torn as she's looking at the ship and she's like 15 feet away from it. She's looking back at this guy and he's like, just go! Just go! Ah, ah.
Oh, come on. You left your crew and you're not going to leave this guy? Let's go.
As more boulders start to fall, she finally just kind of like lets go and starts hobbling towards the ship. As she starts to get to the bottom, you start to hear more rocks and boulders, and some of them now are falling and they're hitting the Atreyu. You hear boom, psh, bing,
Okay,
boom,
can
boom.
I
bang.
reach out and grab her and help her onto the ship?
Okay,
Yeah,
yep.
I would be lifting off at this point, like trying to time it so she can still
Okay.
take it on.
So, yep, you're pretty much doing that, and
And I'm closing the door when they get on.
okay.
Again.
All right, you rush on board, you pull her up. Rocks are starting to hit. As you turn around and you bring the thing up and begin to turn the Atreyu, you're noticing boulders and rocks are falling as the cave entrance that you come in is starting to collapse. All right, pilot skill roll.
Yes.
Unless you roll really bad, you will get out. The question is, how much damage will the Atreyu take
So
in
is
trying
this
to flee out of here?
with the 2D added to my own, or
No,
just
this
straight?
is just you because that's a sublight drive, and this is not
okay.
sublight. You're in atmosphere. This is all on
Alright.
you.
All right, let's do this, motherfuckers.
You have
Good roll.
8d6 Starship
wait,
piloting.
It's six. So take 7 away from that. It didn't reset when I changed it back.
Still a good roll.
Okay,
So, take
that's
7
still 7 off of that. Okay, that is still enough to get out without taking any major damage to any systems.
Nice.
Alright, so yeah, he kind of, as he zooms out, a huge big lump of rock starts to fall from the right. You're barely able to kind of bank the Atreyu off to the side to miss it. How the hell you managed to find the perfect angle? Like literally, the left-hand side scrapes along the ground, and you all hear like a metal on stone as it grinds past, sparks showering up from the left. But other than damaged paint, That's about all that really happens to the Atreyu as you pull out of there and start to zoom up out of the atmosphere. As you start to kind of turn to leave, you can see huge, ginormous asteroids, dozens and dozens of them, hurtling towards Xeris 2. Alright, basically you're going to be flying out of here, but you're going to be flying out of an asteroid field. Okay, so let's go ahead and swap this to... Let's go back to space real quick. Alrighty, hold on.
Oh, great, and we just ate. I'm running for those tabs immediately.
Right, you're going to be throwing up all over the place, aren't you? Hold on a second. Pick that there. Okay. And I forgot to preload these. I hope I've got some. Okay, you know what? You know what makes a good asteroid? A rock.
What? Really?
Yeah, we need some rocks. Alrighty. I meant to have already pulled these out, but I forgot to do them, so never mind. And I just need a couple more here real quick. Yeah, that'll work. You take that and copy that and dump it a few times. Okay, alright, so basically, yep, as you're starting to fly out, there are asteroids smashing into each other, pulverizing each other, rocks flying everywhere. So we need a couple of different things. Now, here's what you can do. You can achieve this in a couple of different ways. You can dodge asteroids. You can also shoot asteroids. As we kind of try to pivot our way through here, you can make pilot and skill rolls, and you can make shooty rolls should your pilot and skill rolls not do so well. Alright, okay. Right, as you start to kind of leave, you start to get to a more dense area where you're having to jink, duck, and dive to avoid getting hit by rocks. Give me a pilot skill roll.
Okay, as I do this, I'm going to say, Chris, gunner!
Right. I'm going to scramble up to the gun.
Her name's Carissa or Carissa? What? I'm sorry, I'm horrible with names.
The captain?
Yeah.
Garvissa.
Garvissa, ask Nav. And then I'm gonna try to maneuver.
Alright, yep. Alright, you managed to avoid this massive asteroid. It barely buzzes past you. Okay. So she kind of like looks at you, and you can see her kind of like, huh?
Oh no.
She just come out of a reclamation unit. You know, if you remember Star Wars, Luke Skywalker was in the big tank with the mask on. She is doped to right now, and she never got anywhere near enough time to get healed up. So she is all but absolutely useless. She's barely conscious and coherent.
Computers, Lauren.
You want me on the computers?
Someone, please, someone. I'm piloting.
All right, it's a 25 to navigate to. If you're trying to go to jump inside an asteroid field, it's a 25 DC.
Oh.
That's virtually impossible to do and survive it. Yeah.
Oh.
You need a serious navigation roll to jump out of an asteroid field.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm still saying it, even if it's not realistic.
I'm super green right now, and you want me to try that? Like,
both of you guys are like throwing up and stuff.
Okay. All right, give me another piloting skill roll.
That's okay. That is good.
19. Okay. So some of the asteroids are going to. They're the smaller ones. You're going to take 2d6. Oh. The ship's going to take 2d6 damage, which will be a 5. Atreyu has a hull of 4d. Roll 4d to resist it.
Okay.
Oh, don't roll all ones.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. The curvature of the streamlined Atreyu, most of the asteroids just bounce off without doing any real damage at all other than small dents in the paintwork. Alright. Alright, you managed to navigate through that one.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, as they continue to spin and roll around you. If at any point you want to shoot at anything, Kreese, to try to break up large asteroids or whatever, that's your choice.
Yeah.
Or if you want to just trust
Well-
in Jalad.
Maybe this is getting too into the weeds of it, but if he's planning out his course around the asteroid fields, would me shooting them alter the course and possibly make it more dangerous?
Entirely possible.
Yeah. So if I see him,
What you
pretty
can
much-
do is if he fails and a big asteroid is about to hit you, you can try to shoot it. In which
That's what I
case, if
will
you
do.
break the asteroid up, it'll do less damage.
That's what I would do. I would trust
It's more
him
like
to
damage
get us out of
mitigation.
here. Yeah. That's what I would do. But I'd let him. He's doing good so far. I've seen his piloting skills in action. I feel he's capable to get us out of here without me just guns ablazing everywhere.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me the next piloting skill roll then.
Yep, there we go.
Ooh.
All right. Yep. You managed to buzz around this particular asteroid and not get smashed. All right. Let's go ahead and.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, you've got a whole asteroid field to get through.
No, I know. It's just funny.
Okay. All right.
Jesus. Just fly straight up. You'll be fine. You'll get out of it.
Yeah, we're good.
Remember, you can hit, as soon as asteroids, you generally speaking just spin round and round. It's much
Yeah, that's
harder
right.
if you move. And you can always hit the hyperdrive, but if you do, you disappear and reappear somewhere
On the other
randomly.
side, yeah, and my shots look like little pills on the screen. They're
Right.
not even blasters.
Yeah. Okay, next one.
Ooh,
18, okay.
Oh,
Yep.
shag it.
All right, that's a big-ass asteroid that's going to hit you. So, this is where you may want to take a shot. All right.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that.
Yep, won't be hard to hit it. It's huge.
Okay, so is that the +2 added to that then?
No, you're basically, it's going to be close range, so it's going to be just, DC is just 5 to hit.
Oh,
So you're going to
okay.
roll
I'm
your,
gonna hit it
oh, sorry,
regardless.
you asking about the fire control, yes.
It's
Plus
fine,
2.
I hit it.
Yeah. No problem. All right, do the damage. Asteroid has 3d of density. You
Okay,
do,
and I do 4d6,
4d6.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that counts as wounded, and it's twice. So, yep, you managed to split the asteroid. So we're going to replace that one
Ugh.
with little pebbly ones. So again, instead of a 5d6 asteroid hit, you take a 2d6.
And I rolled
And
4d6.
you got 4d6 to resist it.
Right? Ooh.
Spicy roll. Oh.
Tied! Okay, so yep,
Oh,
it hits. And temporarily, you kind of you see little sparks run across the console and across the overhead controls as temporarily you are effectively disabled. Not a good thing inside an asteroid field. Okay, so you will count as
Shit.
stunned for the next turn, or your ship will, unless anybody wants to go ahead and attempt to bypass something and kickstart the electrics on this thing. DC 15
that?
Starship repair roll.
I would like to do that.
Okay, go for it, kid. It's what you're here for.
Let's hope I'm not useless. At
Rushes
this.
over to the panel where you see the short circuiting. Grab those wires. Here, Lorne, hold on to these.
Yes!
Yes!
19.
Yes!
Okay, yep.
Harper!
All right, as the rocks continue to blast past you, you guys all see this next massive asteroid careening in your direction, and you're like, it's not responding, it's not responding! As this asteroid is still rolling and it's starting to get darker and darker and darker, and then all of a sudden the controls kick in. All right, give me a paladin skill roll.
Oh, come on. All right, okay.
24! Alright, you managed to roll down underneath the asteroid as it buzzes right across in front of you. No sooner are you underneath that one that you see is another huge one rising up towards you, like the two asteroids would almost just collide and make you a sandwich. Roll again.
Oh, fuck. 22!
22! Alright, you managed to spin out of that one. Okay, you got one more roll to make to get clear of the asteroid field.
Oh, come on, Shagget.
I love how, like, this entire time I've been pantomiming flying like this, like I'm driving a car with, like,
Hey, who says that it doesn't have,
steering wheel.
like, a weird... Yeah.
Oh. Ooh, nice.
26. All right. Okay. Between good shooting, good flying, and good mechanical skills, you manage to get out on the other side of the asteroid field, and behind it, all you can see is a huge, big vapor trail disappearing off behind the asteroids. As that happens, you literally can see huge asteroids being pulled down and smashing into Xeris 2, as Xeris 2 is literally just becoming huge, ginormous crater after crater after crater. Like, anything that was down there, if it didn't get out, it isn't getting out at this point. But you managed to pull out of there and careen off, breathing a sigh of relief. Okay.
I'm gonna level off and look at Lauren and be like, "Are you okay?"
All right.
I'm gonna really quickly slide down the ladder and look at the cockpit as fast as I can.
Okay.
You
Garvissa
see me
is
in the
flopping
back.
around.
Good.
If Garvissa Estrada was coherent enough to really pay attention to what happened, she'd probably be impressed. However, she's quite honestly completely out of it. Maybe she'll recall what happened when she comes through more. Who knows? But she kind of still drifts in and out of consciousness at this point.
Nice shooting, Kreese. Nice repairing, Harper.
I'm going to be closing the little panel
too
thing.
close.
Okay. As you kind of finally getting away over the intercom, you hear, this is the Acacian to the Atreyu. Acacian to the Atreyu. This is Devra Kane. Come in, Garvissa.
I'm gonna activate the
Okay.
and I'm gonna just say, she's this is not her. She's recovering. She's doped.
Well, at least you managed to get out of there alive. Say, is that big green guy with you, the one that had that kid?
That's who I'm talking. That's me. Yes, I'm talking to you right now.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
Listen, I'm fixing to send an encrypted data file over to you. You might want to take a look at it. Maybe by yourself, if you get what I'm saying.
Okay.
And when Garvissa comes around, give her my best. Tell her we'll meet her at the third rendezvous point. You got me? The third rendezvous point.
Ask her what did this.
Yeah. What did this? What happened?
You better look at the encrypted data. I don't know who else can hear, but I don't want to blurt it out over the air.
Okay, send it.
Okay. All right. You notice it pops up, and you can see that you're receiving a file that's encrypted.
Yep. Access it.
All right. You just want to pull it up right there.
I'm going to be paying attention to the little droid anyway, because I'm going to make sure he got it.
Okay. So
okay.
So if you're looking around, you can see the kid's not there. Not looking over your shoulder.
I mean, I'm not. If it's like Lauren or Kreese, I'm not going to stop them from looking at it. Too.
Yeah. Okay.
But.
All right.
Sure.
So basically, the data file says that Mr. and Mrs. Williams were currently gathering data as part of an envoy on the planet Alderaan.
There's a planet. Oh, God.
Those asteroids was Alderaan.
I'm just gonna
No one knows what exactly happened, but something blew up Alderaan. And it was the shock and awe of the asteroid. As Alderaan was exploded, it was those asteroids that basically were on their way to Xeris 2.
Seeing that, I'm going to kind of glance over my shoulder at Harper.
The information pretty much says that it happened so suddenly that they don't believe there were any survivors, period. Anyone that was on Alderaan would not have been able to have gotten off the planet in time.
Yeah, I'm going to give Lauren and Harper a look, because Lauren's looking too. So
Yeah, after I look at Harper, I'm gonna look back at Jaleid, and I'm gonna say, "Turn it off."
I do it. I listen and turn it off.
Okay.
Yeah, Harper's not paying.
He pushes the button, which puts it on repeat and increases the volume to max, and makes it flood out through the ship's speakers.
Oh yeah.
They're dead. You're an orphan.
Okay.
Guess who's a new orphan?
So that pretty much will tell everybody in chat exactly where you are in the current time frame. The Death Star just got tested.
So yeah, I'm gonna take Harper, take her to the window, say, "See those two specks out there? That's your mata and your fada."
Monster! You monster!
Yeah, just as two frozen bodies go against the windshield of the front of the ship, spinning off into space. Like, Mom, Dad?
Yeah, so, Kreese could, it's one of those things that, how do you know everything's okay? Because Kreese walks up to the kid and goes, "Here, kid, have another gun. You're gonna... This will make you feel better. Oh, incidentally, Jaleid's got something to tell you." Yeah. Okay. Right, yeah, so you guys are all aware of this information except for Harper. But you are out of immediate danger. And given enough time, hopefully Garvissa Estrada will come round and she maybe will know where the third rally point is.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna drift kind of hopelessly until that happens.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know if I would. I can't comprehend what I just saw there. Like, that doesn't make sense in my Rhodian brain.
I would probably quietly ask Kreese something like, "What kind of weapon does that to a planet?"
And as she asks me that, I'm going to lean over to Jaleid and say, "Are you sure you decrypted that correctly?"
Gore!
You son of a bitch!
Hey, that's what you wanted.
We can't have drama on this show, you guys.
Okay. Yeah. So you're all.
I'm basically just gonna answer the question. I'm gonna be like, it was a basic. I mean, you did it. Yes.
Didn't make sense. Nothing. You can't destroy a planet like that.
Can we safely assume it was the Imperials that did this?
Sure.
My job takes me all over the galaxy. I've never heard of a weapon like this in the Imperial's arsenal. Usually you hear rumors of certain things, but I've not heard of this. A weapon of this caliber.
I mean, we all know that, stars go to supernova that can engulf planets.
Yes, what if it was some sort of a natural disaster of sorts? That makes more sense.
But those things are seen ahead of time, anticipated in science,
And also not that catastrophic.
I don't think there's any of such. We would probably see it outside our port windows, Hey, look at this light of a dying star. It's not happening.
Something that sudden. How many people do you think are on that planet?
5.
Just the two?
Just the two.
Just 2. Everybody else had left and they go, oh crap, do we leave the gas on? Come on, let's go back and check.
Harper will probably run in at this point. Like, having checked the droid, he made it on okay. She did her job. Mr. Grease, can you teach me how to spin this gun like you do? Please.
Yes. Please, let's get away from here, be in a more open area.
And I'll lead her to the cargo area of the ship that I've seen will be more boxy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I get her out of there.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense if you're going to spin a firearm, you might not want to do it in the cockpit. Pew pew! Oh, there went the navigation computer. Damn it.
Yeah.
I can fix it. It's okay.
I would, during our practices, I would disable her weapon for the time being,
Okay.
so that she can't.
Yeah, I mean, you can either take the power cell
fire.
out of it, or you can flip
Yeah.
the safety switch. Either one.
Yep.
Jalad would go to what's her name again?
Gravissa Estrada.
Vissa, and put her up somewhere, like a bunk or her bedroom
Okay.
or whatever, so she can recuperate. And then probably he'd clean some of the vomit off the floor.
I managed to not vomit.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're good.
So I'd look for it, see none of it, and be like,
I'm getting better.
after all that flying you suffered through, yeah, I mean, it was great. Good job. Yeah, and then I just mull around, I guess.
Okay.
Because I'm definitely not happy at this point in time.
All right. So for now, no one's planning on telling Harper the good news.
No, not at all.
Not Crease, I'll tell you that.
That's
We're just going to
That's a conversation for somebody way more diplomatic. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Okay. So it'll take about probably another 6 to 8 hours before Garvissa starts to kind of become more coherent.
She's on that good shit. She's that good-ish.
Yeah, she's kind of, when she does come round, she swings her legs down and sits on the bunk and goes to push herself up, but then she's like, whoa, like clearly got dizzy for a second, and she steadies herself. Then instinctively she kind of like checks her side and winces in pain. And she goes, why did y'all pull me out of the reclamation unit so early? What's it? Why are we back on board the Atreyu? What's that? What's going on here?
I'm going to enter the room, hopefully not alone, but obviously...
Okay. And you can see her kind of like thinking, like she's trying to process in her head, like to try to put pieces of information together.
We were forced to evacuate.
What? The Imperials found the base? I remember rocks.
I'm
There were
just
rocks
going to...
falling from the cavern.
I have I could. I mean, obviously, Star Wars has cell phone technology at least, right? Like I could take the file with me.
That's not important right now. Do you know anybody on Alderaan?
No, he just wants to check his Facebook.
Well, I mean,
hold on a second. I just got.
They better have a way.
He wants to check himself safe from the Alderaan explosion.
Marked safe from Alderaan.
And send thoughts and prayers to the entire planet.
Maybe change my profile pic to
someone in the
your
Empire
face with the
says,
Alderaan kind of like superimposed on.
One prayer for every share.
Yep. Look, it's time. It's time for us to, to put more Death Star control into action. Maybe we should ban the really big Death Stars because they're not really good for planetary defense. Fuck you.
In fact, they do the opposite of defending planets right now.
Don't take my Death Star.
Don't take my Death Star.
Shoot Alderaan in the side of the planet.
It's my Imperial Amendment right to have a Death Star.
You gotta put the Death Star in the lockbox in the safe.
That's right.
Your kid doesn't,
Yeah, I bet it's some Harper kid driving the thing around shooting planets.
Do you leave the safety off of the Death Star?
I am going to
Where did you park it?
Not Harper driving that thing around, okay? Harper could do some real damage.
Bumping into planets. Oops.
I'm going to show Garvissa the data pad of the encrypted file to explain. And I'm going to say, we're supposed to go to the 3rd rendezvous spots. I don't know where that is, so...
She seems like completely in shock when you tell her. And she plays the message again. For reconfirmation. She doesn't believe what she just heard. She's like, what the hell did this? Does anybody have any idea what did this? What happened?
Don't know anything.
It wasn't a moon. Sorry.
That's no moon.
We are in the dark with you. We've just been dealing with it. Also, Harper doesn't know.
Harper doesn't know what?
Oh, well, it was in the file. Her parents were on Alderaan.
The Williamses were... Oh, I didn't know. And she kind of looks across at Harper, and whether Harper's looking at her or not, she kind of just stares at her for a few seconds and then looks back. She goes, 3rd rendezvous point. Y'all managed to refuel, right? Before we got out of there?
We weren't with your ship. I mean, was it automatically going to get refueled when we landed?
Right, she kind of goes in and kind of wanders over to the ship, goes into the cockpit, and then she taps on this screen, and there's a little gas pump, and there's a little E at the bottom, and it's right above the E, just above the line. No, all right, she kind of goes and looks, and she goes, I guess not. We can't make it to the 3rd rendezvous point, at least not now. We're gonna have to find somewhere to stop and refuel.
Alderaan.
Don't!
I look out the window. Do I see a flying fueling station?
A 76 floating by.
We're just gonna stop on Planet Exxon.
Yep. Planet Exxon. Yep. Little do you know that Xeros 2 was actually one of Exxon's, bigger gas pumps. No. Okay. So, right. She says, well, let's I guess let's check the navs and see if we can find a hospitable planet somewhere close enough, somewhere we can actually get to. And then she kind of, help me up.
Yep, I do.
And she kind of waddles over, and about now is when she realizes her ass is hanging out the back of her gown. She goes, God damn it. Can somebody find me some clothes?
I hate it when I don't realize my ass is hanging out.
But despite that, she continues to kind of go over and plops herself down in the co-pilot seat and starts typing away and pulling up nav coordinates and stuff like that. All right, well, that's probably as good a place as we're going to have to finish it up this evening. Nice and neat little tidy bundle. So there we go. All righty. Good deal. So if anybody's got any questions, now's probably not the worst time in the world to go ahead and ask them. Sorry.
Jesus.
All right. Yep, there you go. So, lots of ship stuff this evening. Ship stuff.
That's the first time we've had to encounter him this campaign, so it's kind of fun to dig into him a little bit.
Yep. Well, and I think that's as I said, the first few episodes that we were doing, I wanted to try to breeze over all the different types of mechanics, so everybody gets kind of familiar with how everything works in the Star Wars D6 system. So there we go. Sexy
Wait,
Pete, is that you?
Did we level? I didn't level my character up from the last one.
Give her a can of orange spray paint and silver spray paint and see what we can do.
Just wait. When I find paint after all the repairs.
Gonna have like flames on one side.
It's worse than that. He's dead, Jim.
I mean, she's 11, so I'm not sure she's that much of an artist. But we could try.
Have WWE. And all yellow. Call him Bumble Pete. Question: how do we get Alderaan back?
We get the time stone.
We had Alderaan all around us a minute ago.
Yeah.
It was everywhere. Alderaan was omnipotent. All right. Yeah, if you got any questions, let us know. Someone you know. What's up, bud? You're coming in right at the very end. We just blew... they were just...
We just blew up a planet.
Yep. Alderaan just got blown up, and they got pretty much peppered by nasty little filthy bits of Alderaan all over the place.
Hey, Nat, it's your dead mother, Sierra. Sierra Williams.
Question: is it too soon to start looting the bodies of Alderaan?
I could argue that it's too late to start looting the bodies.
They're kind of vaped right now. Yeah, give Harper the Death Star. She's gonna have a temper tantrum.
I'm all for this, guys. Give her as many big weapons as you want. She's very responsible.
Oh yeah. Someone you know, thanks for the cheer, bud.
Thank you, Summer.
All right.
Any other questions? Come on, guys. This is Star Wars.
Yeah.
You can ask questions about bad parenting, dead parenting.
Yeah. What have we learned from this episode? We have learned that giving children guns...
Slightly better than bad parenting.
Make a pistol for Pete so we can have Pistol Pete. Yeah, there you go. A planet blew up and it was not the fault of the players. Progress.
Jane's not in this campaign.
Right, yeah. Well, all right, we're going to get out of here then. So, thanks for everybody hanging out with us this evening. We appreciate it. We've had fun. Hope you did too. Join us next Thursday for more Star Wars-y adventures. And join us Monday for some D&D. Was the Rebel base in the Alderaan system, or was it one system over? It was... So basically... She told them that the Rebel base was on Dantooine, if you remember. And they said, oh, well, Dantooine is not a big enough planet to make a proper demonstration, and then they blew up. Went ahead and blew up Alderaan anyway. Admiral Tarkin is a dick. There you go. Did the medic make it out? No, the medic got crushed to death. Medic did not make it out. Strategically, they did not need a medic NPC right now. Night, Alderaan. Oh. Too soon.
You monster.
All right, guys. As I said, we've had fun. Thank you for everybody that hung out with us. Thanks for our subs, our resubs. Thank you for our cheer. And thanks for everybody that hung out with us this evening. We will see you later. Bye, y'all. Bye.
Bye.